Hello, this is Micah from Capture King Gaming here with a walkthrough for the 2016 FPS Titanfall 2. The previous game and first in the series, Titanfall, didn't have a single player campaign, and so its story wasn't given in the traditional sense. That makes it easier to sum up. In the future, humanity has pushed space exploration, and the edge of that explored space is referred to as the frontier. The frontier, far from the core systems like Earth, doesn't have the rule of law. The antagonists are the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, or IMC, a company that takes advantage of the lawless nature of the frontier to mine resources from planets with no regard to the consequences to the planets themselves, or the inhabitants that live on them. A loose organization of scavengers, mercenaries, pirates, and other rogue types exists in the Frontier Militia. They fight the IMC and work for their own independence. Titanfall 2 takes place soon after a monumental victory with the IMC on the defensive. Side note, this commentary is done in post, but I will mostly react as if the story is new to me in order to avoid spoilers. Also, unlike other walkthroughs, I will keep in some of my deaths. The way the conversations work in this game, when you start a checkpoint, it still sometimes recognizes the conversation as having taken place already. I hope you enjoy. Here we go.
Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive. Resourceful. And relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
So, why was that pilot still wearing a keffiyeh or shma? I don't know how to say the name exactly, but it's the scarf type accessory he had. I mean, I understand why they were in the desert and stationed in those countries, but this is a different planet and he's fully armored.
All personnel be advised. Operation
Here we go, Rifleman Cooper. Oh, hell. Ship must have power cycled the sim pod since last time. We'll have to recalibrate it.
diagnostic test 2.1. All Mark 8 lifeboats.
Does that feel right to you, Cooper? All right, we're good to go. Let's see how much you remember from last time. Setting the neural link. Not quite the same as a Titan link, but it's similar. To learn new skills, we need to be in the right state of mind. Ah, much better. Technically, I'm not supposed to be training you, but in you I see potential. Besides, we're at war. Who's got time for classes, eh? Here you go, up and over. Let's pick up the pace, enabling jump kit assist. Jump kits operate on the principle of relaxed stability. Once your jump kit calibrates to your movement style, enhanced mobility becomes second nature. Beautiful, isn't it? It's inspired by my home planet of Harmony. This is where I grew up. This is what we're fighting for, Cooper. A world that's not metal and smoke. The freedom to live in peace and prosperity. Good. Now you're moving. Under here, stay low. Simple double jump. Follow the ghost. We've retaken over a quarter of frontier space since the Battle of Demeter. Militia's better organized now. More people join every day to fight the IMC. People like you. We used to just run and hide from them. But now, we chase them. In combat, things never go as you expect. You must be ready to use any weapon you can find on the field. These are just a few of the weapons I've come across out there. Time to hit the range. Load your weapon. Get more precision. Aim down the sight of your weapon. Good. Practice more if you want, then head to the Gauntlet. All right, got a new Gauntlet for you to run today. Part-time is 2 minutes. Gotta do better than that to continue. Follow the ghost.
So this is basically a showcase of what makes Titanfall 2 different from other shooters, is the movement system. Other games have tried, movement and the parkour,
Speed is paramount,
but
you must
Titanfall
also
really,
hit your target.
I don't want to say perfected it, but they kind of
Gauntlet
did.
is where we practice.
I'm not particularly good at it, at least in single player. For some reason right now I'm terrible, whereas in multiplayer I'm much better at it. But basically you can have the wall running, and then if you aim while running, you do this sort of wall hang, and there you go. You have the jump, the double jump ability. You actually move faster wall running than you do sprinting normally. It might, to the outside viewer, might look a little bit disorienting, but when you're playing it, it's much smoother. And you have these weapons that obviously are based in real life, but has a sci-fi edge to them.
Nice run. See the results board on the wall? You set a new best time. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, so be sure to run this a few times with different weapons. Look at the results board for more tips on how to improve. Now that you're warmed up, if you want a real challenge, you can race against other pilot ghosts. Word of warning though, the pilots who recorded these ghosts are the best in the SRS. If you can beat them, you'll be on your way to being a real pilot. Go ahead and run the Gauntlet as much as you want. When you're done, I've got something special to show you. All done with the Gauntlet?
I'm ready to see what's next.
Good. You're gonna like this. It's time you learn the other half of being a pilot. The Titan. Let's go call one in.
Aren't pilots the only ones allowed to do that?
It's only a simulation, Rifleman. It's not the real thing. But first, we're gonna need a little more space. That's my partner, BT. He's a Vanguard class. Homegrown militia technology. The first Titan chassis we designed ourselves. One we didn't have to steal from the IMC. Go ahead, Rifleman. Call on your first Titan. Look up to the sky. There he is. All right, Rifleman. Sounds like it's about to hit the fan. I'm pulling you out.
Powering down all known essential systems.
Cooper, ready up.
Easy, Cole. He just left VR. He needs a minute to decompress.
Exactly. Yeah, he asked me to be ready. I'm still in the pod. My gosh, man.
Battle stations. This is not a drill.
Heads up. They're killing us. Trying to, anyway. Good session in there. You'll get the hang of it someday. We'll make a pilot out of you yet, Rifleman. But not today. No time.
Last Mimosa.
Anderson,
You son of a bitch. See you down there.
we're going to see a new planet today. Maybe even die on it. See you down there, Rifleman. Good luck.
Get your ass out of the sim pod, Cooper. Meet at the dropship.
Yeah, I could cut the load times. Maybe I will for other playthroughs or other of these series, but I probably won't. I like looking at the imagery and then having to have the like synopsis right in front of us so we can see like, okay, logbook update in between what we just did and where we're going next.
Stabilize. 250 milligrams of Fentanyl administered. Caution. Temporary side effects. Nausea, dizziness, irritable voice.
Something to remember at this point in the story: I'm not a pilot. Jack Cooper is simply a rifleman, so he doesn't have the abilities that you saw just now in the training course, because those were abilities he will get if he becomes a pilot. He also doesn't have access to a Titan because, once again, he's not a pilot. So right now he's just regular grub. He's right in the front lines of the action. So with ammo is fairly plentiful in this game. You might run out of a specific ammo type for a certain weapon, but there's usually another weapon lying right around. Ammo caches and weapon caches come pretty frequently, and so do your ordnance, such as your grenade and other ordnance you'll see.
IMC Titan acquired.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. This might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go!
We have 18 hours. 18 hours until the Ark is sealed and ready for delivery. Oi, Richter! Leave the corpses alone, you sick bastard. We've got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go!
So Blisk is a character from the previous game. He simply is an IMC mercenary.
BT, transfer authorization to new pilot. Link, Bravo Tango 7274. Cooper, take my Titan. Use my helmet and my jump kit. This is the real thing. Take care of him.
I love when the HUD of a game is diegetic, meaning that it comes from the story itself and it's in universe. So HUDs don't always make sense because they kill the immersion, but here his HUD he can actually see because of the helmet. On top of that, the weapons themselves often have the ammo count on the weapon in universe, so that's another
Power
cool
low.
touch.
Insufficient power. Power low. Insufficient power.
So when there's a free running parkour element in the game, because of your helmet, if you stand next to the edge for a little bit, it will show a ghost of what you should be doing, and you can follow that in tricky parts. I only use this I think maybe once or twice in this playthrough because I get stuck, but other than that, the way through is normally very straightforward.
This is Captain Cole of the 3rd Militia Grenadiers to any militia.
This is one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's an auto shotgun. So obviously the range isn't great, but at close range, it's something you want to have. And as you can see right now, the double jump I don't have, but it's trying to reboot it.
You're in violation of sovereign law. I'm offering you a brief amnesty.
We work for whoever the IMC say we do. What are you trying to get? Medal? I don't care who's giving the orders. Blisk and his mercs, General Marder. Us grunts get paid the same either way. All that matters is that thing in the mountains goes online as scheduled.
You think it's true? What the Texas saying about it?
Do I look like a bloody anorak to you, mate? But if it is true, then the militia are gonna have
20 militia
I
forces
love that punch. That punch is ridiculously overpowered, and it's fun every time.
not attempt to resist. Lethal force is authorized against any armed militia personnel.
In this game, there's also virtually no fall damage that extends to multiplayer as well. The only time you can die from falling is if you fall off the map. But other than that, you can fall from any height, and because of your jump kit, you don't have to worry about fall damage. Also, because of the jump kit, your slides are extended.
Suspect is aggressive and extreme! Lost visual. My squad is down. I need backup.
So like I was saying before, those are the weapon caches that you'll start to see more and more often. There's a decent variety of weapons. There's some automatic, semi-automatic, single fire, close range, medium range, long range, and the ordnance itself changes. I don't want to spoil that though, because there's a really cool ordnance that I use later on.
Got eyes on! 25 meters out! Ah! I'm flying!
As you can see, that's the tactical ability, the cloaking. In multiplayer, there are different cloaking, tactical abilities, but in the single player campaign, you only have the cloak. In one mission, you'll have a different ability, but that's something else I do not want to spoil. Right here I'm doing long range. I don't do long range too much because sniper rifles and marksman rifles usually have less ammo. I like to have a healthy amount of ammo so I can just take out large groups of enemies. But when I'm near a weapon cache, I might use what I consider to be like a special weapon, like a sniper. And then when I'm ready to leave the area, I'll switch back to my regular weapon.
Any militia personnel, I must remind you that you are on the planet Titan. This is an
I had to rethink that jump.
IMC-controlled planet, but there are many wild creatures.
As individuals, the IMC might be able to pick us off. That's what they've been trying to do. All hands. James Callan has been sent to take down IMC research facility on the planet Titan.
So in this destroyed ship, I get a little turned around. I have to backtrack a bit to get to the power source we're looking for BT.
You wanted to make a difference. You were brave enough. Join people who believe you protect the freedom of the frontier. As individuals, the IMC might be able to pick us off. That's what they've been trying to do. All hands. The James Callan has been sent to take down IMC research facility on the planet Titan.
So I can, after I destroyed these drones, I completely died on this jump. But through the magic of video editing, this was my first attempt.
Vanguard class Titan. These things are rare. We should sell it. No bloody way. Those weren't Blisk's orders. Move! Incoming frag! Move!
Power low. Insufficient power. Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
I think so. Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here. Until I am mobile, I will assist you through your helmet radio when possible.
I simply cannot overstate how much I love the robot partner. Like, any show, video game, movie, you compare a human with a robot partner, I'm at least a little bit invested, alright? I'm gonna give it a chance, most likely.
Pilot, I advise against turning yourself over to the IMC. Voice pattern analysis indicates they are lying.
Especially when it has a personality, but not a full personality, if you understand what I'm saying? Like BT here. now you can see the extent of that double jump with the jets. So if done properly, you can cover a lot of territory very quickly.
Pilot, my mapping systems have been restored. The ambush of the 9th Militia Fleet has landed us far off course from our original destination. We are located in hostile territory. Be careful, we cannot stay here long.
You think we can survive through this, BT?
We have no other options. We will have to improvise and adapt if we wish to survive.
How long did you serve with Lastimosa?
Captain Lastimosa linked with me 973 days ago.
Sorry. You guys must have been close.
He was an excellent pilot and a good friend.
So these dialogue choices, if you can even call them that, they don't have any bearing on the ending or any kind of like morality system. They're simply just for further conversations with BT. And as you can see, sometimes you can select only one choice. Sometimes after you select one and they go to the conversation tree, come back and select the other choice. Once again, this is one of those situations where I have the weapon cache next to me. I have a sniper, so I'll use that sniper as much as I can before I revert to having my automatic. Somehow, even though they're that far away, like that's a turret, robotic turret. Even though I destroyed it, I somehow walk into the into the shot, even though it's that far away, moving slowly. So the cloaking ability, like I said, it's the only one you have really in single player. It temporarily renders you invisible. I use it most when I'm low on health or critical health because that's a way for me to just like run out, and the regenerative system is pretty fast. So I can just cloak real quick, get some health back, and shoot. The second you attack, you immediately decloak. In multiplayer, like I said, there are different tactical abilities. You have a grapple, which allows you to become Batman. You just grapple up to any point that you nearby. Then you also have one of my favorites, which is a hologram pilot. So basically, any function you're doing, when you activate that pilot, it continues doing. So it's not just like it runs ahead. If you're standing still, it'll stand there. If you are wall running, you can wall run, shoot the holo pilot, stop, and that hologram will continue running and then land normally. So virtually any function you're doing, it will duplicate that action. Very helpful to catch enemies on guard. You have what's called a pulse blade, which is basically a kunai knife that you throw, and it sends out a pulse that will show where enemies are for a brief period of time. Then you have a stem, which gives you your health back if you're low on health and there's a lot of enemies around or around the corner. You need to get some health back very quickly. Use that. You can also use the cloak in the multiplayer. Then you have what's called a phase shift, where you phase to like a different dimension for a moment, and you can move in that dimension and then like show up somewhere else. So like to someone else, it might look like a teleport. But they can see a little bit of a trail to know like where you are or where you might end up.
Scans do not detect any life signs.
And lastly, something called an AWOL, which is basically like a hard light wall in front of you they can use for when you're shooting and firing. And it increases damage through the shield when you're using it.
So that we may all enjoy a life on the frontier, free of oppression.
So there are collectibles in this game. There are these pilot helmets that, as far as I can tell, don't really do anything, but I actually have never gone to the collectibles menu to see if they give extra information. And there are also audio recordings, maybe give you a little bit more of a peek into this universe. I don't really bother with either. If I see one, I try to get it. If I can't get it, I give up on it. And one thing I definitely like is, even though it took you a while to get to the 2 batteries, your way back is much faster. I don't like when games take forever to get you back to the same place. So the backtracking here was not hard at all.
Those drones are IMC scouts. Enemy reinforcements will be on their way. We must complete the mission immediately. Please install the final battery. Power at full capacity. Pilot, we must establish a neural link in order to proceed. Please embark when ready.
Oh yeah, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Protocol 1, link to pilot. Establishing neural link. Neural link established. Rifleman Jack Cooper, you are now confirmed as acting pilot of BT-7274. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Our orders are to resume Special Operation 217. Rendezvous with Major Anderson of the SRS. I'm detecting incoming enemy forces. Protocol 3, protect the pilot. Reinitializing critical systems. Vortex shield online. The vortex shield catches incoming rounds and missiles. Release the button to launch any captured objects back at the enemy. Acolyte pod is online. This shoulder-mounted rocket pod will lock onto multiple enemy targets. The longer you hold down the button, the more locks you will achieve. Neuralink complete. Primary weapon control and motion link re-established. Pilot, enemy Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety.
That's just a little loadout for the Titan I'm using right now. There, as you can see, different loadouts over the course of this game.
Get ready.
I'm not gonna get all of them because I guess I miss a few of them.
You sure about this?
Every time I get a new one, I let
trust me.
A few seconds go by so you can see what kind of weapons I'm working with.
Militia Titan spotted, chassis number BT-7274. Taking fire.
This is just a little taste of the Titan on Titan battles that will occur in this game.
Not bad, pilot. Not bad.
We Titan down. Well done, pilot. Our combat effectiveness rating has increased. Pilot, I detect more IMC salvage teams on the way. Our only chance of survival is to uphold our mission of rendezvousing with Major Anderson. Until then, you and I are on our own. Marking your HUD. We must move quickly.
And that was part 1 of the walkthrough for Titanfall 2. This is Micah from Capture King Gaming saying thanks for watching. Please show some class, comment, like, and share, subscribe.